Hey guys, welcome to another top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 picks for underrated characters. Yup, characters that don't get a lot of praise, rather it be like overshadowed by other characters, get more disliked than liked, or just characters that are not talked about enough, and I'm here to give them the love they deserve. Of course, this is just my opinion, and I mean, if you disagree with any of these picks, that's fine. And of course, this is for everything. Like movies, television shows, video games, anime, comic books, etc. So let's get to it. And before I talk to this, I'm going to give you a couple of honorable mentions. Those honorable mentions are Hank Scorpio from The Simpsons, Jackson Healy and Holland March from The Nice Guys, Tiffany Fruitt from The Bad Guys, Captain Emilia from Treasure Planet, Qui-Gon Jinn from the Star Wars prequels, and Finn from the Star Wars sequel trilogy. All good characters that I think are underrated and deserve more praise, almost made my top 10 list. But coming at number 10 is Betty Rizzo from Grease. I know Rizzo is kind of sassy, but she is still funny and I like her along with Sandy. Speaking of the latter, rest in peace Olivia Newton-John. But anyways, yeah, I love Grease. Go Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning. And yeah, Rizzo is the leader of the Pink Ladies. But I think she's also kick-ass and in the song There Are Worse Things I Can Do, since she sings about how there's much more to her than who she is, and that she does not want to be pushy and all that. But because she also has gentleness and kindness to her, so that's one reason. Those are the reasons I think Rizzo from Grease is underrated. Coming in at number 9 is Doc Holliday from Tombstone. Tombstone itself is just underrated in general because modern audiences aren't into old school westerns. But Tombstone is amazing, one of my favourite western films of all time. And yeah, Doc Holliday is a badass character played very well by Val Kilmer. He's a great friend to Wyatt Earp. He's a great friend to Wyatt Earp, Kurt Russell's character. He's kind of an anti-hero too, but he's still loyal to Wyatt Earp and his gang. And I think his character arc is incredible. So Doc Holliday, great character. Anyways, number 8 is Walter Finch from Insomnia, played very incredibly well by Robin Williams. Again, Insomnia is underrated in general because when it comes to Christopher Nolan's filmography, people talk the most about the Dark Knight trilogy and Inception, which are his best films, of course. But not a lot of people talk about Insomnia, and people should because it's a great film. And I think Walter Finch is an incredibly underrated villain. Not only is he scary, creepy, and intimidating, but he also drove Detective Will Dormer, Al Pacino's character in the film, crazy in the film, which is why Will Dormer has, well, insomnia. Not to mention that Walter Finch killed a teenage girl for not loving him back, and he knows all about the police work, so he doesn't go to jail, which makes him a smart villain if you ask me, and he's definitely a movie villain that I think people need to talk more about. Anyways, number 7 is Princess Kida from Atlantis: The Lost Empire, the Disney film. Again, anytime someone talks about Disney princesses, they talk about the big ones like Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Anna, Elsa, Rapunzel, and all those iconic ones. Those are some iconic ones, of course. But not a lot of people talk about Kida from Atlantis, which is again an underrated film, especially in the Disney animated canon. But yes, I know there's some love for Kida, especially from Disney fans and those who have given Atlantis a cult following, but she still needs more. I love her character because, yes, even though she doesn't sing like other Disney princesses or wear a fancy dress, she's still a badass character, especially when handling herself in a battle, and she can also be curious and playful too. I also love her chemistry with Milo James Thatch as well. And considering how Atlantis has gained a cult following over the years, let's hope that one day Kida can join the official Disney Princess lineup. But yeah, people need to talk about Kida a little more. Anyways, number 6, I'm actually going to talk about another Disney character here. Callista Mal from Strange World, voiced very well by Lucy Liu. And yes, I'm aware that some people might not agree because Strange World was divisive, as if some liked it, other people I know hated it. I actually have a few friends that I know that hate this movie, but I think that I like it despite some flaws, but I think Callista Mal is a good character. Sorry, I think she's a good president that helps the Clades with their adventures. I like her personality, and overall, yes, say what you will about the actual movie, but I know a few people that do like Callista Mal, but people should talk about her a little more. Anyways, number 5, Al Powell from Die Hard. Die Hard is definitely one of the greatest Christmas action movies ever, but when people talk about Die Hard characters in the film, there's two that come to mind. They talk about John McClane and they talk about Hans Gruber, who are like the best characters in the movie, of course, but no one talks about Al Powell. Played amazingly well by Reginald Johnson, who was Carl Winslow in Family Matters, good show by the way. But Al Powell is another one of my favourite characters in the movie. I love how he's always rooting for John McClane. I like how they learn about each other with radios, and at the end of the movie, he shows up at Nakatomi Plaza, talking to John McClane while he's busy kicking ass, and so much so that, yeah, he needs more love. I get that a lot of people talk about John McClane and Hans Gruber, but Al Powell needs to be talked about more as well. Number 4 is Parker from Alien. Parker also needs more respect, as anyone who talks about the Alien franchise characters, they talk about Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, who is awesome. She's a badass hero, definitely one of the best female action heroes. We also talk about the Xenomorphs and Ash, played by Ian Holm. But not a lot of people talk about Parker, and they should, because Parker is an awesome character. Such as the scene where he kills Ash, and when he saves Ellen Ripley's life by holding a Xenomorph, he makes a sacrifice because, yes, he gets his life taken away from him as well, but Ellen Ripley's life is saved too. He's a great character that people should talk about more. Alright, coming in number 3 is Unicorn, Lady Amalthea from The Last Unicorn. The Last Unicorn itself is underrated, since that's the case with a lot of old school 80s classic fantasy films, but The Last Unicorn is definitely one of my favourites that I think more people need to see, and I think the Unicorn herself, or Lady Amalthea in terms of a human form, is a great and beautiful character. Not only is she free-spirited and open-minded, but she's also curious about what happened to her own kind, but because that's the film, the film, The Last Unicorn. But yeah, underrated film, underrated character. Anyways, number 2 is Pauline from the Mario franchise. Anytime someone talks about female Nintendo characters from Mario or Nintendo, who are the first ones you think of? Well, most people think of Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, and Rosalina, who are popular enough, of course. But more people should talk about Pauline. I'm seeing a little more love for her now, but not enough yet. I think she's a great former love interest to Mario before Princess Peach, and I like how she's the mayor of New Donk City, and she also has an attractive design. She's like the Jessica Rabbit of Nintendo. Also, if we get a sequel to this year's Super Mario Bros. Movie, let's hope she has more screen time in the sequel. Now, speaking of video games, number 1 is Cream the Rabbit from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Anytime you talk about Sonic the Hedgehog characters, people talk about Sonic himself, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Dr. Robotnik, and all the others, you know what I'm talking about. But Cream doesn't get a lot of attention. Yes, she's in some of the games, and she's in the anime Sonic X, but she needs to be more than more media than just those, because she hasn't shown up in any of the recent games, or even Sonic Prime, which is a good show, but she's not in it for some reason. And I really do hope she appears in the future Sonic the Hedgehog movies, because I'm hoping to include her, and she's in the third film or something like that. But until then, I consider her the most underrated character ever. So yeah, those are my top 10 picks for underrated characters in my opinion. So what are your top 10 picks for underrated characters? Tell me down in the comments, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.